Let us import the CAD model into Ansys Design Modeler. Right click Geometry and choose New Design Modeler Geometry. Go to File and import external geometry file. Select this parasolid laptop_PCB. In the import option, we did not change any settings. Right click, Generate. The CAD model is imported here. We can see the components. Let us expand this tree. There are 6 bodies in this geometry. Battery, a generic component, the air domain, that is the enclosure of this PCB. Next is the CPU, that is below this fins. Then next is PCB, and finally the fins. So there are 6 bodies here, out of which one is air domain and all the remaining parts are solid domains. We have to create the mesh for each domain separately and specify the interfaces in CFX preprocessor. We need to create 3 interfaces for this problem. The first interface will be between the air domain and the solid bodies, that is including PCB and all the components. Next is the interface between solid to solid, that is between the solid PCB and the 3 parts which are sitting on the PCB. And finally, one solid to solid interface between the fins and the processor. If you notice here, the air domain is not completely filled. It contains hollow regions inside to match the solid domain. Right click air domain and click hide all other bodies. Now only the air domain is visible. We can see the hollow portions inside. We can see it clearly from section plane. Create a new section plane. Draw a line across the PCB. We can see the hollow portions inside the air domain. The air domain is first created by extruding a rectangle and then subtracting from the solid domains. We can hide the section plane. We can show all other bodies. Let us hide the air domain. Here you can see there are 3 parts which are in direct contact with the PCB. That is the battery, the CPU and the other component. So we have to create a new surface on the PCB. We can turn on battery. Go to Tools and choose Face Split. This will create separate regions on the top surface of PCB. In the target face, select the top surface, click Apply. In the tool geometry, we shall select the edges. Go to Edge Selection Filter and select the edges. Press Ctrl to select multiple edges. Similarly, continue on the CPU. And let us repeat the same for components. So there are 12 edges selected. Apply. Now right click Face Split and Generate. Let us hide the components and see whether separate regions are created. Yes, we can see separate regions on the PCB. This will be specified as interface between solid to solid. We can select Face Filter and then check if the surfaces are separate. Okay. We can turn on all the bodies. We shall create the named selection on the meshing window. We can close Design Modeler and go to Meshing. Right click Mesh and click Edit.